Welcome to this video series on wellness program resources. Our topic for this video is management expectations about your wellness program, number 42. I'd like to begin this video with a story about one of my clients that I've had in the past. One of those clients and its story highlights the importance of you knowing your senior management's expectations for the wellness initiative that you're involved in. First, the situation that I faced was I was with a regional healthcare provider that in the Midwest, about 12,000 employees, early growth and expansion phase, known innovators, and I was working with a 15-member design team to come up with a wellness program for all of their employees. And after a couple hours of working with the group, doing some education and answering questions and being able to ask them questions as a group, it was pretty clear to me that they were really significant differences between the individuals in the group and their perception of what the reason for the wellness program was. There hadn't been any message from the senior management group about their expectations about what the wellness program would involve. And I was wishing at the time that I could have thought about a clear set and gotten a clear set of senior management expectations to share with the group to be able to guide them as a consultant and as a facilitator. I ended up using a modified Delphi technique, which we'll go into later, where people get a chance to express ideas about specific topics involved in the design of the wellness program, and then the group gets to equally vote for those items that are perceived to be of importance for the organization. So it was a way of being able to get around some of the confusion in perception about what senior management wanted to accomplish. And it would have been quite a bit easier for me to function as a consultant if I had been able to do that. I saw this same phenomena in several other clients that I was working on at the time and a year or two later that led me to believe that there really should be some way of collecting the information about management expectations before we go into a formal design process. Looking back, I really wish I would have had more of that insight to share with the group to help guide them, because there was really a variety of opinions about what wellness should do for this particular organization. Now, before we examine the survey tool that resulted from that, I want to talk a little bit about what the most frequent concerns of senior management are that usually get translated in some way into their expectations. And by the way, these management expectations are really relevant for both new wellness program initiatives as well as revamping or upgrading of existing or long-standing wellness programs. It's important for us to begin this discussion of management's wellness expectations by recognizing that there are some key areas to focus on. First of all, the expectations that management might have about the program goals and any priorities that exist. And if there hasn't been any discussion, jointly amongst an executive group about some of the priorities and goals for the program, then you're really operating from a very weak position in terms of understanding the purposes of your wellness initiative. Also, the economic and budget rationales that they have. What's the economic effect of the program likely to be on the organization, and what's the budgetary investment that's necessary to create that? The behavioral targets are another area. Which are the areas of behavior that the program should focus on? Another area of expectations is the importance of tangible outcomes. Do they want to really see improvements in blood pressure or percent body fat or issues of cholesterol from the effects of the wellness program? Another area is the reporting details. So how often is our reports going to be generated? How often and what focus should those reports be in order to provide insights to the senior management group? that are expected. The level and amount of personal involvement required. So if there's no expectation on their part to be involved, then that creates some problems in how you maneuver through the design process or redesign process for that matter. And then the amount of administrative effort required. What does it take to support the program? What kind of admin assistance is needed? How much release time for specific employees for events? And to what degree is the program have a virtual orientation, one in which the individual employee can pursue specific issues at their own speed and time and location? And any production impacts. Is the wellness program, as it's implemented, likely to produce anything or have any effect on the production capacity of the organization? And this is true for either private sector profit making or public sector programming. So in summary, every wellness program coordinator or manager needs to uncover the major expectations that senior executive groups have about their organization's wellness initiative, and to know why their organization is offering an employee wellness program. We saw in last week's video, it's also important to know the specific reasons so that they can be addressed and dealt with in the design work. And then why they are doing a wellness program, as well as these key expectations that this video focuses on. And I have also found that without clarity and management ownership of those expectations formally, senior managers are not likely to give much importance or funding to their wellness effort. Now, let's look at a two-page tool to help you uncover those expectations management has for their wellness initiative. This first page of a two-page survey tool is the direct result of trying to deal with some of the confusion among those tasked to plan an employee wellness program and the actual expectations of the senior management group involved. As usual, a link where you can download this tool for free can be found in the short description of this video. If you want, you can pause the video and download and or print out the tool as we discuss it. Now, this survey tool has been designed to be used as part of an individual or group interview with the organization's senior executive team. You can also use it in an online form or an electronic form before or after any interviews or meetings with your senior executive team. And the summary of the completed surveys can then be used to guide the planning effort in the group planning effort or for updating of either creating a new wellness program or updating an existing one. Now let's go through the first page of the survey in detail. Now, as you think about this survey, this is just called the Quick Senior Management Survey on Wellness, and it allows you to kind of put in your own organizational identifier. It then asks a question and asks the managers to stack rank the importance of common goals for wellness programs. So if you don't have, and I've usually found that about half of the wellness programs I've worked with over the years usually don't have goals. We usually work on those goals and getting those goals identified as part of the consulting engagement. And these particular goals are just general goals. You can substitute, if you have a set of goals, those goals, and ask your senior managers individually as they complete the survey to stack rank those. And that just means that they put their most important one, they identify with a 1, the second most with a 2, the third most with a 3, and so on. Then you can take those numbers in the summarization of the data and actually come up with an equal contribution from each executive manager about the priorities of the program. This helps you get at some of the influence, the undue influence that some individuals have in executive teams where they have a more powerful effect on the group's thinking. The second one deals with helping them understand the economic context of the wellness program and which of the 5 economic variables that wellness affects in organizations they're interested in. And if they don't know these 5 to begin with, then they generally will just say our health plan costs are our primary concern. But that's only one of 5 different economic variables associated with worker health. And then the third question on the first page deals more with the issues of what do they see as some of the major behavioral targets that are likely to be used and need to be used and addressed in your wellness program effort. Now, let's move on to the second page of the survey as we end this particular slide. Now, this is the second page of this particular survey tool. And the first question that we deal with on this second page is the importance of specific kinds of tangible outcomes that your program may produce. And it allows the manager involved or executive involved to indicate how strongly their interest is in having some sort of tangible outcome from their programming. The next area is the periodicity of any reporting. So it just asks them, how often do you want to hear about it? You could expand this by putting in specific metrics that you would essentially reproduce and report back to them. The sixth question deals with the issue of their importance of their role in the program. And it really asks them to think about what can we do to make it easier for you to take part as an executive or a mid-level manager if you're using this with mid-level managers as well. And then there's always the open-ended question where you're asking them, what other concerns do you have? Now, this context of the areas of expectations that we talked about are limited in this particular survey instrument, but you could in fact add some of those other concerns and areas of expectations that you might get from the group in this survey process. You can also address those issues by asking specific questions about them if you are able to meet with the executive group. So again, you can feel free to modify this survey to better meet your planning process and needs for your wellness program. Now, in future videos, we will be examining other survey tools and how they can be used in the design process for your employee wellness program. All right, in summary, this week's topic is about the importance of knowing your senior executive team's key expectations for the wellness initiative in the program. The information in the quick senior management survey on wellness is intended to help make the program planning process more efficient and effective, and to improve the quality and effectiveness of your program over time. Thanks for watching this particular video, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. New videos are published weekly. For more information, search for the WellCert program. WellCert is the premier professional certification for wellness program leaders. Be sure to check out the program if you want to improve your wellness programming skills. Again, the link to the tool is in the video description. And remember, delivering great wellness programming is a high calling. Let's do our best to get the job done.